We have Daedric versus GamesGod. So GamesGod, he's done well to get to this point. We'll see. Daedric had a little bit of a harder, I think, ladder to get to this point. He had to defeat Alliance Thunder and a couple of other AIs of that caliber. That strength. So let's go ahead and see what says. GamesGod can play anything. I want to double check on Daedric. Can play any AOC. So let's go ahead. So they're going to be playing Huns. So this will be a Huns game. Let's go ahead and get started. Yep, it was definitely a good game for an old AI in that we had a lot of old AIs in the competition, some that date back to 1999, so no. AIs of all eras. No. Well, these AIs can both play anything. So when both AIs can play anything, yeah. When both AIs can play anything, it's a mirror match. So it's Huns. So these three matches will be mirror matches for both. So GamesGod, a new AI. Daedric, slightly older. It was made in started in 2014. I'd imagine, if I had to make a prediction, that Daedric will take the victory here, just because it's had a little bit more experience in just an older AI, and it was a top AI. But I could be wrong here, so it'll be interesting to see what will happen next round. After this, since the winner goes on to face the Horde. Yes, GamesGod AI is made by GamesGod, and he's an active scripter. Yes. So GamesGod does appear to be using his water strategy here, which is good. We don't want him going for his land strategy. I don't think that would work for him. So Daedric is going for 3 docks. So GamesGod had a little bit of, let's just say, an easier run of things. He defeated Midas Legrand. Midas was an AI from early 2000s. So it was actually MIAS was made in 2000, and before that, he defeated Belisarius, which is also from January 2000. And before that, in round 1, he defeated Warmonger, which was from 2002. So that he's a modern AI that kind of had an, let's just say, an easier bracket, and it was randomized. So, but he was really going for the attack here. Look at that. Daedric garrisoning his ships. Daedric, on the other hand, he had to defeat Alliance Thunder, which everyone knows, and Megrum, which is another early 2000s, and then he had to defeat Galley Rush, and Galley Rush is from 2003. So he had a little bit of a tougher time getting to the current situation, or current round. I'd say that Archer Micro, that's really in land-based strategies, but I mean, they do use some updated tactics for ships. So you're talking about the retreating when they fire? Is that what you're noticing? Because that's something even old AIs can use. It's not really a micro strategy. It's kind of just a strategic number. Oh, the grouped hit and run. Yeah. So it looks like GamesGod has won the first round here, which is great. Unexpected. I myself am terrible at predicting who will win and lose matches, so... GamesGod AI is made by GamesGod, and he's a Russian scripter. So that's why you might see some foreign language inside his AI. A lot of them are older AIs. I mean, you can learn from, Flame Dancer, you can learn from some of those other AIs that participate in the competition. Those would be the ones that I would suggest. Now, there are a couple ones that performed really poorly inside this tournament, like I would say Chameleon did really awful. He won't, if I rehost the tournament, probably will not be including that AI again. And there's a couple of others that definitely... Oh, GamesGod used some demolition ships there. That definitely have to be reviewed when the Island Olympics returns next year. But Kiwo, you could make an AI for the Island Olympics now that you know what to look out for. So we're looking for new scripters like yourself to come in and make up some AIs that can participate in land tournaments and water tournaments. So, is there a cheesy? Well, there has been a little bit of there are a couple of AIs that have used transport ships, you know, to put you know, troops on and kind of attack. Not too many in that way, but there has been some talk about creating an AI, you know, that drops a castle right on the island, and you know, opponent's island, kind of go for it. But so this fight is over. So 1 win for GamesGod. Great job there. Totally unpredictable. Well, for me anyways. So let's go ahead and update the score. 1 win. The only thing that GamesGod really needs to kind of focus is not choosing its land strategy when it's playing Highlands maps. So let's go ahead and see what the second. So Koreans. And this is Daedric. So potentially the last round of the quarterfinals here. So while they're in kind of the background doing their thing here, we'll go ahead and get the next rounds kind of set up score-wise on the scoreboard. So game 2, Daedric is feeling a little bit of pressure. you hear some chirping in the background, it's my cat playing with her cat toy. So GamesGod is already almost a feudal age. Just hit it there now. Yeah, it's semi-different this time for GamesGod. I think that he likes being unpredictable. That's one of his main things for his AI is he likes to be unpredictable. Daedric going for what appears to be a galley rush. Yeah, GamesGod's defending with some fire galleys. Daedric feeling a little bit of pressure. Yep, fire ships will definitely be an important factor in winning this game. Some AIs refuse to use the fire galleys and are at very much at a disadvantage. Yeah. That's another disadvantage of the older AIs. They were scripted, to play a little bit different settings. Which can sometimes come back to bite them. So it looks like GamesGod is going to take the win here. Great job. This AI did a fantastic job taking the win here. Fire galleys definitely did provide some assistance. Don't want to call it just yet, but it appears that Daedric is very much struggling. He's not building anything with his 9,000 wood. Let's go ahead and call it. This town is it's wrecked, so let's go ahead and call this game. Wait, is that a house being built? You might make it recover here, maybe. I'm on the very border of calling this. Yeah, let's call it. Oh, okay. Meant to show off the score, but so GamesGod makes it to the semi-finals.